You do not do any more black shoe in which I have lived like a foot for 30 years, poor and white, barely daring to breathe or chew. Daddy, I have had to kill you. You died before I had time, marble heavy, a bag full of God, ghastly statue with one gray toe big as a Frisco seal.
Sylvia Plath, a poet and novelist whose work continues to resonate profoundly, has become an enduring influence on today's young writers. Her visceral, deeply personal writing style and her exploration of themes like identity, mental health, and societal expectations have struck a chord with new generations. Her iconic fig tree analogy, a metaphor for the paralysis of choice and the fear of missed opportunities, mirrors the anxieties faced by many young women today. This analogy has become a popular subject on social media such as TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest, where quotes from her work are frequently shared, dissected, and related to modern experiences. Despite her tragic death over half a century ago, Plath's legacy lives on robustly. She is more than just a literary icon. She's a cultural phenomenon. From Tumblr posts to TikTok videos, Sylvia Plath's influence permeates contemporary discussions about feminism, mental health, the creative process, and the meaning of life. But what are the main reasons behind Sylvia Plath's lasting impact? And why does her work continue to inspire young women around the world nowadays? Sylvia Plath was born on October 27, 1932 in Boston, Massachusetts. Her early years were marked by both joy and tragedy. Her father, Otto, a professor of biology, died when she was just 8 years old, a loss that profoundly affected her and later permeated her writing. Her mother, Aurelia, was a major influence, encouraging Sylvia's academic and creative pursuits. Sylvia showed an early talent for writing, publishing her first poem at the age of 8. She was an exceptional student, winning numerous awards and scholarships. Her dedication to her craft was evident from a young age, and she wrote prolifically, both poetry and prose. Her early works often reflected her keen observations of the world around her and her intense emotional experiences. Sylvia's academic journey took her to Smith College, where she excelled but also faced heavy personal struggles. Her time at Smith was a period of intense productivity, but it was also marred by a severe depressive episode that led to a suicide attempt. This period of her life is vividly depicted in her semi-autobiographical novel, The Bell Jar. After her recovery, Sylvia won a Fulbright scholarship to study at the University of Cambridge in England. It was here that she met Ted Hughes, a fellow poet. Their meeting was electric, it felt like fresh air, and they married in 1956. Hughes' influence on Plath was substantial. Their relationship was both a source of profound inspiration and intense conflict. Their marriage was marked by passionate collaboration, but also by personal turmoil and infidelity. Despite the complexities of her personal life, Sylvia's creative output during her years with Hughes was extraordinary. She published The Colossus, her very first book of poetry, and wrote many of the poems that would later be published in Ariel, a collection that cemented her status as a literary icon. The couple's relationship deteriorated, leading to their separation in 1962. Plath's final months were a period of both creative brilliance and deep despair. She wrote some of her most powerful and enduring poems during this time, even as she struggled with her mental health. Plath's influence on contemporary culture is profound and multi-faced. Her writing, which combines instinctive emotional honesty with striking imagery, speaks to the challenge and complexities of modern life. Young women in particular find her work incredibly relatable and inspiring as they navigate issues of their own identity. Her quotes are shared widely across different platforms, often accompanied by personal reflections and artistic interpretations. For instance, her famous quote from The Bell Jar, I am, is frequently used to express a sense of existential affirmation and resilience. Another widely circulated quote is from her poem Lady Lazarus, Dying is an art, like everything else. I do it exceptionally well. This line is often discussed in the context of mental health and the transformation of pain into art. It speaks to Plath's ability to confront dark themes with a stark, unflinching unflinching gaze, and it resonates with those who see art as a means of coping with and expressing their struggles. Her fig tree analogy from the bell jar is also a popular subject going on social media. The passage describes a fig tree with each fig representing a different life path. Sylvia writes, "I saw my life branching out before me like the green fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch, like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. I saw myself sitting in the crotch of this fig tree, starving to death, just because I couldn't make up my mind which of the figs I wouldn't choose." So this metaphor of paralyzing indecision and the fear of making the wrong choice resonates with many young people facing the pressure of modern life and the multitude of paths available to them. Sylvia Plath's exploration of mental health struggles is another key reason why her work resonates so deeply. In an age where mental health awareness is growing, yet stigma still exists, Plath's candid portrayal of her own struggles offers comfort and validation to those grappling with similar issues. Her unflinching depiction of depression and anxiety provides a sense of connection and understanding, making her a guiding light for those who feel isolated in their own experiences. Plus, the rise of feminism discourse has contributed to the renewed interest in Plath. Her work is often analyzed through a feminist lens, highlighting her critiques of gender roles and the limited opportunities available to women in her time. This aspect of her writing resonates strongly with today's generation, who are increasingly engaging in conversations about gender equality and women's rights. Teenage girls and young women find solace in Plath's books and poems because they speak to their own struggles and aspirations. Her ability to capture the tumultuous emotions of youth, the longing for self-expression, and the quest for authenticity makes her an enduring figure in the literary world. In Plath, they find a kindred spirit who understands the complexities of growing up, the pain of feeling misunderstood, and the relentless pursuit of one's voice in a world that often tries to silence it. There are a lot of modern artists, writers, and musicians who cite Plath as an influence. Her ability to convey deep emotional truths and her innovative use of language have inspired countless creative works. From Lana Del Rey referencing Plath in her music to contemporary poets drawing inspiration from her confessional style, Sylvia Plath's impact is evident across various artistic fields. Today, Sylvia Plath remains a powerful cultural figure because her work continues to speak to the core of human experience. With her creative expression, she somehow manages to provide a sense of connection and understanding to those who are dealing with similar issues today.